Hello there everyone, welcome back to some more Rayman Origins. In the last episode what we did was half of Gibberish Jungle, now we're going to do the other half of it. Climb out. Apparently we're 10% done with it already. Because there's 260 teensies and I'm 26. Where are the Electoons though? Where'd they go? I'll be much more cautious about missing trails of lunds because we're missing too many. Also, we're back. I haven't recorded in about I don't know, 5 days, and a lot's happened since then. Total Biscuit unfortunately passed away, which kind of hit me a lot harder than I thought it would. I'm a pretty existential person anyway, so having someone so in my public eye pass away kind of fucked with me a bit. In fact, I've been a little bit nervous of making videos. I don't know why. It's just, it is correlated in some fashion, but I couldn't tell you why it is. But I'm back, and we're going to keep going onwards. He was a stalwart professional in all things, well, he's tried to be, and I am going to give him the same level of respect by pressing on in a professional way, in my style. Right. Let's get these teensies. It's weird though, how much you miss, because some of you may know, some of you may not know. I have been very much off the social media. I do this sometimes, I go for like 4 months, 5 months away from social media, then I'll come back for 1 or 2 months, and then I'll leave again. Usually that means I go off and don't make videos or don't stream either, but I'm trying to buck that trend. Again, professionalism and all that, trying to... consistency being the absolute king. I'm trying to buck that habit. And so I thought, you know what, let's keep making videos online, or offline, sorry. But the thing about that is, the life that we live is so much online these days, that if you choose to go off of social media, you miss a lot of things. Like the whole Total Biscuit situation, I didn't know that he'd passed away until I saw it in a random YouTube comment. That's no way to find out. I was like, someone said, rest in peace TB, and I was like, oh, okay, well, lots of people are sickos and they joke about these sorts of things. But I googled it and there it was. And I was like, oh. It kind of immediately, you know, like you get that sort of heat in your face and the negative feelings like straight away. That's how it worked for me. So, like immediately I knew. I felt it, and it was really, really annoying. Because it's one of those things like you try and get your brain to stop. Cause I don't even really know the person. I know what, you know, what they're like and what they've done, but to get like upset over it, I was kind of frustrated. But that's weird because again, we live so much of our lives online that you get attached to these people. You get attached to creators online. You get attached to people who make things as an online presence, and that's how you know them. I think there's a teensy somewhere down there that I've now missed. No, it's up here. No problem. I also feel like, let's just talk about all sorts of weird things. I also feel like I've gotten better at commentary slightly over the past year or so of I've been doing it. I find it easier to hold a conversation at least, which is kind of the biggest thing, is having no dead air, or at least as little dead air as possible. I'm the sort of person who doesn't want to fill the dead air with nonsense though, so I try my best to say things that mean something, or at least talk about the game, or even a little bit of humming the music or whatever. Some people don't like that, but I like doing that. It's kind of my personality. Considering the only music I really listen to is video game music, you can indulge me that, at least, I hope. But in the game currently, I'm just going through the old Rayman Origins levels. It's a good place to talk, because this is World 1, and I don't need to concentrate that hard, so I can find lots of things to talk about. The only problem I face with that is, you watch like some of the bigger YouTubers, or some of the more successful YouTubers and streamers, and they always have something to talk about, because they lead maybe not the most interesting lives on the planet, but they have lots of anecdotes and they have lots of things to talk about. I am pretty much the complete opposite. I live a very boring life. I do mostly the same thing every day. That was silly. I do mostly the same thing every day. I tend to watch a lot of YouTube videos. I don't watch a huge amount of streams, but I do watch a lot of stream VODs because I like YouTube system better than live streaming. Mainly because I can decide what I want to watch and what I don't, you know. If a live stream is boring for the first hour, but then 15 minutes is good, I don't want to have to watch the first hour. But if I have YouTube comments to tell me, oh yeah, skip to this bit, here's a highlight reel, here's, you know, stream highlights or whatever, I like those. I can get the pertinent information that I need without having to watch the whole thing. But it's kind of a contradiction, because I also like making long YouTube videos, longer than most people, not like 10 or 15 minute videos. I like making half-hour, hour-long videos. So I do like long-form content. I just don't know whether I like to do it. Like, to be a big streamer, you'd have to do it for 6 hours or so every day, or at least 3 hours every day, because a lot of people have an expectation that you're going to be. Don't do that again. You have an expectation that you're going to be online a lot, and you're going to be streaming a lot, and I don't have that. I don't have that level of commitment. Mainly because of my own mental state. I'm just like, the very prospect of it scares me greatly. I'm just like, I'm just thinking about it now. I'm trying to concentrate a little bit as well, but I was thinking about it, like, I get burnt out so quickly. Even when I was trying to do an hour a day, I was still getting burnt out. It's weird. It really shouldn't be that way. I have a lot of passion, or at least I enjoy playing games a lot. I just don't know that I enjoy the trappings of the Twitch world, which are, if you don't have a lot of people in your chat, you get self-conscious about it. If you don't have people who are actively liking what you're doing, you get self-conscious about it. And I'm a pretty self-conscious person. I like to make sure that what I'm doing is right. And when you don't trust yourself enough to be like, oh well, this is definitely correct, this is definitely the right thing, or whatever, you get yourself into a bit of a tizzy. Or at least I do. Not everyone. A lot of people are a lot better at it than I am. I think I'm the sort of person who, if I had an established audience, I could be okay with it. Once I had people talking to me and, you know, generally being friendly and whatever, I think I could be quite okay with that. It's just, the problem with that is, to get an established audience, you need to stream a lot, and to stream a lot without an established audience makes me very frightened. Whereas here, on YouTube, I find myself able to disconnect myself from the amount of views and subs and stuff I have, compared to the amount of videos I make. I'm quite happy making a video every day, and if one person watches it and likes it, then that's fine. You know, as long as I'm doing something and putting out content that I want to put out. It's not the highest quality content in the world, but it's also not completely trash, I don't think. And so, that's what I try and do. I'll stop talking about this stuff now, because a lot of people don't really like the bigger stuff, because it's kind of like the opposite of what they want out of YouTube. They kind of want a disconnect and a escape from all of it, and I get that. I'm just not that sort of person at all. I'm the opposite. I'm like, yeah, give me all the heavy shit. I love the heavy shit. Makes me feel more alive. But now we're going to continue on with the game. And I'll talk mainly about the game from now on. So here we are in a... I can't remember what the level's called. It doesn't say. It doesn't matter. We're still in World 1, Gibberish Jungle. And I remember bits and pieces from when I played Origins the first time. I played Origins on the PlayStation 3 the first time it came out. I also had it on computer, I think. Completely legally, obviously. But I had... Yeah, I had it on PS3, I think. And I did okay. The game was fairly hard, but I've always been okay at platformers. Although... when most people think of platformers, I don't know whether most people think they're better at 2D platformers or 3D platformers. I'm actually better at 3D platformers than I am at 2D platformers, strange as that might sound. I'm really quite okay at them. But 2D platformers, I struggle with quite a lot more. For reasons unknown. It's not like I have an aversion to them. I like platformers of all kinds. It's just, for whatever reason, I find myself tending to like things like Mario 64, Mario Galaxy and stuff more than Mario 1, 2 and 3. I was born a little bit too late for the original 3 Mario Brothers. But I like Mario All-Stars a lot, and Mario World. But I think when I really, really decided that I really liked and even probably loved gaming was when Mario 64 came out. Mario 64 was the first game I remember playing, and it like completely blew my mind. I didn't even really know why it was blowing my mind. I just knew that it was incredible. I loved every second of it, even when I died. But I didn't die that often, like I said, because I was much better at 3D platformers than I was at 2D platformers. That might sound like a brag, but it's not really. I'm just telling you that being the sort of person who hates to lose and hates dying, I don't remember myself being quite annoyed with Mario 64. It takes a lot for a game to be good enough for me not to care about dying, because I'm just like, yeah, I love it so much it doesn't matter. I think at the end of the few games are like that. FF7's like that for me. Although I don't lose in FF7 either. I've played it so many times. It'd be kind of embarrassing to lose in that game. It's not that hard. And Donkey Kong Country 2 as well. More so than the other two Donkey Kong Countries. Because I didn't play Donkey Kong Country 3 until I completely, legally, emulated it on, on the computer. And played Donkey Kong Country 3. And I didn't play Donkey Kong Country 1. Even though you would have thought I would have known it existed since there was a 2. I didn't bother playing it until way later. Can't remember how much later it was, but it was on the Wii. Yeah, I think I didn't play Donkey Kong Country 1 until it came out on the Wii Virtual Console, and then I bought it for myself. Because during my life, I have worked, but very sporadically over the course of however long it's been. I just do things randomly. Is that a... what? That I just missed? Could be. Come on. There you go. Ah! No, it's not. I've got to figure out where the teensy is that I'm missing. Is it underneath here? Oh, it's down here. Let's see. No, that's that one. What? Joey, please. The only thing I can think of is that it's technically further ahead, but still behind. I'll see at the end of the level. We'll figure it out. Alright, if I go further beyond here, that can't be right, so... I'm gonna keep moving. Ow, wow, 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 wow. Let's go backwards some more. At least the level lets me go back. Some levels don't. Is it down here? Yes. It's down here. Classic under the water trick. Still play... some reason in my head, Rayman 1 logic, where you can't swim, even though I've swam many times in this game. Twice, or multiple times in this level. For a second I was like, yeah, Rayman 1, I can't swim in the water. Fuck, brain. Get with the program. Ow. Okay. I've already got the max, I think. Tio's right, it is a lot easier to get the max lums in this game versus Rayman Origins. In Rayman Origins, this wouldn't fly. I missed a teensy. No, I haven't. Unless it's that one that's calling to me. Oh, god damn it. Okay, well I guess I'll restart level then. Gotta keep my eyes peeled. Because I got the first one alright, I think. That's death. I just need to remember where the second one is. Not all of this is muscle memory, as you can clearly see, otherwise I would have got them all. but most of it is. I remember a lot of it. Just being transparent with you. It's not that I'm some just ridiculously good video game player. I'm really not. I'm okay. I feel like if I was put in the rankings of video game masters of all time, I would be not on that list. But I would be somewhere in the average of game players. That big, massive middle ground of... It's alright. How the fuck do I get there? Oh, woman. Dirt. Oopsie. Right. Is that one? Is this one number 4 or number... Oh, I did it again. How did I miss it again? Is it the plant one again? There's one on the plant, isn't there? It's just sat there. And I missed it. Again. Is it below here? Yeah, that's why I miss it. Because I jump over that flower and don't think about it. Maybe the camera's obscuring that the first time. I don't quite remember though. Now, is there something important over here? Can't help but feel like I've missed a secret already. Is this one? What about the one where I fly on the fly? Is that last level? Maybe last level. So this should be the one on the left. The Queen. Yeah. This is Queen. King will be somewhere else. I'm guessing followed closely behind. Oh, that's why I got tricked. Sneaky. The big golden cage like, oh, come and get me, Joey, come and get me. And I'm like, alright, I will. And then, just get sidetracked by that and not focus on the actual mission. I feel like I'm going to miss it again. Where is it? Could be up there. Could be down here somewhere. I've got to listen out for the help me! Well, it's down there. Obvious secret is obvious. Well, actually, it's not that obvious because I missed it, but it's down here. Okay. Let's go. There we go. Sorry about that. Luckily these levels are fairly short, so I don't have to worry about missing them too badly. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I'm trying to think of the game that I know that has the longest levels in. If you miss something, you'd be very upset about. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever played a platformer that has ridiculously long levels. Maybe Mario Sunshine, but they're worlds. They're not really the same thing. Just trying to think. None of the Marios are particularly long. They also don't have a lot of missable things, really. The newer ones do, but a lot of the old ones don't. Hunter-gatherer. It's a shooty level. I like shooty levels. Let's do it. Always got to be prepared for the teensy right at the start of the level bullshit that the game likes to do sometimes. Here we go. I'm gonna restart. I was messing around too much with trying to inhale them rather than just shoot them. Shooting them is where I want to be. You get the same amount of lums anyway. La 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 la. Unless they're right in a straight line like that, then you can do it. No. I still feel like this might be fairly tight in what is allowed and what's not allowed. So we're not going to take any chances here. So I remember this one being like, if you miss more than like 2 sets of flowers or flies even, you lose. Okay, we're at 150. I think 300 is where I need to be. Uh-oh. Ah, shit. $225. We missed a lot of lums just then. By being a pleb. 243, 248, that'll help. That'll really help. I need like 25, so I need like 2 more lums. Yeah, I'm good. I won't be good forever though if that keeps up. I say I'm good because I know I get 25 for the last teensy. Whose actual favourite character is the teensies? I'm just asking for a friend. As someone who accepts the teensies but doesn't like them particularly. Electoons, they're the good shit. Those little pink guys, friendly faces. Mr. Dark. And the original Mr. Dark. Where's he gone? OG Mr. Dark. Bring him back, Rayman 4. Michel on sale, please. I don't know how to say please in French. I don't know how to say it in Spanish. Por favor. ¿Por qué? Hola, me llamo José. Tengo 24 años. Isn't that in Spanish? Because we say I'm 24 years old, but in Spanish you say you are of 24 years. I think that's right. Poor little Daisy. Ah! Got it. Give me those 5 lums for free. Okay. Apparently a lot of the actual boss fights aren't here. And the Land of the Living Dead level is gone, which is stupid, because that level's incredible. Like, not even joking, that level is one of the best levels I've ever played in my life in a video game. Mainly because it's so... not because it's just brutally hard, but it does help. It teaches every single thing you've ever learned in the game, and puts it to the test. Precision platforming, timing, when to hold your jump, when to float, when to not hold your jump, when to duck, when to slide, all that stuff. It's real good. I'd recommend anyone, if they have the original Origins, to check it out. But at least if you have it on computer, you could always just download a save file that has it unlocked if you don't want to play the whole game to get it. I don't have a problem with people doing that. If they've bought, you know, or played the game the way they want to play it, then fine, whatever. In the past, I used to be a complete elitist dick about it, like, oh, you're not playing the game properly unless you do ABC thing that's the most efficient all the time. Fuck that. And play the game how you want. If you enjoy playing the game in the way that others see as like cheap or not very fun, that's their problem, not yours. Play the game how you like. Oh. This is the boss. Okay. Maybe Tio didn't say the bosses weren't in the game. Maybe I'm misremembering what he said. Come here, you. Ow. Getting crushed kills you, as you might expect. One thing I really do like is the inflatable damage it makes. Like a balloon. Oh, I did the same thing again. You could just wait and I wouldn't die. What game have they made in the UbiArt framework besides these two games? I don't actually know of any. I'm sure there are. You don't make a whole framework to release 2 games, but what other games have they made, I wonder? They made Origins and they made Legends. 2 with fairly different art styles, but still in the same vein. I know what I'm going to do this time. I'm going to stay right up close. Fuck you, I'm out. I did it. On your bum? Alright. Excuse me. I'm afraid I don't quite know what happened there. Could someone elucidate me, please? Ah, shit. That was my fault. I deserve that one. Also, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I don't know how much of a fan I am of bosses like this in platformers. I know it's like a staple, you know, you wait until you can hit the enemy, then you hit the enemy. But I don't know how much I like them. I think I prefer, obviously, again, it's like complete apples and oranges, not equatable at all, so I don't know why I'm saying it. But I prefer action RPG boss fights where you have to actively hit the enemy all the time. Or like a twin stick shooter or something like that. I'm a big fan of that. Oh, don't do that, silly boy. Whee! There we go. You jumping? He's jumping. Son of a bitch. If you get stuck inside his hitbox, you just die. I guess it's so the game doesn't get you stuck. Which makes sense, it's just annoying. It's just like, why even have the heart if I'm just going to die in one hit? It's only 3 hits to kill him though, so it shouldn't be too hard. Can't touch this. I'm a springy boy. Okay. Please excuse. You gotta go and do him again. You ding dong. Uh-oh. Okay. That was a move I didn't know what he was gonna do. But I think a lot of the bosses suffer from this problem. And this doesn't just go for this game either, it goes for a lot of games. Where some bosses, the only way to actually, like, you probably can reflexively move out of the way, but you also have to kind of predict what you think the game wants you to do. Like that jumping attack there. I had a choice. I was going to run over the top, or I was going to run underneath. I was supposed to run underneath, but I didn't know. I thought you might do another charge again, so I thought, okay, well, I'll go underneath. That's not blaming the game, by the way. It's my fault for getting hit like a dumb. But a little bit more telegraphing would be okay by me as well. So now he's going to jump over me, so I don't have to do anything. Now I don't know what he's going to do. He went back to jumping normally again. See, again, that is my fault because I am not interpreting what the game wants me to do well enough. And that's the thing a lot of YouTubers and streamers have a problem saying, I feel like. Taking responsibility when they make stupid mistakes. You'll hear people go, oh my god, what the fuck is that hitbox? Oh my god, it's ridiculous as shit. If I get killed by something half a mile away, I might say, what is that hitbox? But if I'm clipping something and getting hit because I'm not doing the right thing, I'll be the first to tell you I'm not doing the right thing. Usually I call myself a fucking idiot, which isn't necessarily better, by the way. You gotta treat yourself with love as well, and respect. If you hate yourself, no one else is gonna like you either. But I know when I mess up. I also suffer a lot from the, it's not a disease, but the illness known as, it would be better if you did nothing. Because I often get myself killed by doing things when I should just do nothing and I'd be fine. I overact, you know, like overreact to the situation. And then make things worse when if I'd have just done nothing, it would have been better. But yeah, there we go, 32 minutes later. That's about right for a Rayman episode anyway. So now we're 20% done with this. Save the world for the nightmares. You really deserve these 5 lucky tickets. Ooh, I guess we'll do this now. Why not? The only thing left to get, I think, are creatures, money, and levels. Creatures because that's just how the game is. And levels because we need the rest of the levels in the rest of the worlds. There's like 12 left or something. I know we can't get any more Electroons because there's only one that you get from the, or a few that you get from the scratch cards. Getting better with this, aren't I? Getting faster. Kithu. I'll go back to see the creatures as well, because they give you money. I might still be able to buy a glow box. That's the ultimate goal. Buying a new glow box skin. It's all I want in this world. As my main man glow box doesn't get enough love. No love. We got Jerick. We're not that many creatures away from max creatures, are we? That's the worst one. Getting like 200 lums or something is just like a slap in the face. Okay. So Bubble Eye's a mockingbird. Right, so. Let's go check out our creatures. And then as soon as we check out the creatures, we're going to stop the episode for now and we'll carry on next time. There he is. Did I just get gold as well? There's one of them. So let's count how many we're actually missing. I'm missing 3 from here. Or is it 2? 2 from here. So it's 2. 4. 4 in total. 7, 9. I haven't got all the balloons. 12. I know I'm missing a lot of piggies. Boo-ba-doo. 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 creatures in total. So at least 21 more tickets to scratch, but you get one for every level, so it's not going to take that long. Let's go check out the character screen, just to see how far away we are. Or the heroes screen, I guess. We're 13,000 away from another Teensy, and about 90,000 away from another Glowbox. Okay, 250 is the goal. It's the only thing I'm thinking about now. Right, I'll see you guys next time when we go to World 2 of Didgeridoo. Bye!